You got a raise and more money started coming in every single month. But somehow, at the end of the month, you're still completely broke. Same stress, same empty bank account, just a bigger number sitting on your paycheck. This feeling has a name, and once you understand it, you'll never look at a raise the same way again. Today, I'm going to show you 3 things. First, why earning more often leaves you broker than before. Second, the exact trap most people fall into without ever realizing it's happening. Third, what Alex did differently and how his $500 raise turned into real wealth over time. And at the end, I'll show you the one system that makes all of this completely automatic, no willpower required. Let's start with Sarah. Sarah worked incredibly hard for 2 full years, and she finally got the raise she deserved, $500 more every single month. She was excited, she deserved it, and she felt like things were finally going to change. But 6 months later, Sarah had nothing extra sitting in her bank account. Not $500, not even $100. She wasn't buying anything crazy, no luxury vacations, no designer bags, nothing like that. Just small upgrades that each felt completely reasonable at the time. A slightly nicer apartment added $150 more a month. Eating out a little more cost her $100 extra, and a couple of new streaming services added another $30. Upgrading her phone plan cost $40 more. A gym membership she always wanted was $50, and a few extra online purchases here and there added up to $130. Add it all up, and that's exactly $500 gone every single month without her even noticing. This is called lifestyle inflation, and the truth is it happens to almost everyone at some point. Here's exactly how it works. When your income goes up, your spending quietly goes up right along with it. Not because you're irresponsible, not because you're bad with money, but simply because it feels completely natural and earned. You made more money, you feel like you deserve more comfort, so you spend a little more, and it all feels justified in the moment. Each upgrade feels small and reasonable on its own, but together they swallow every single dollar of every raise you'll ever get. This is the raise trap, and it's not really about being irresponsible, it's about something much more deeply human than that. Something called hedonic adaptation, which is a real and well-studied psychological concept. Here's what it means in plain English. Whatever you have right now already feels completely normal to you. When you get something better, it feels amazing and exciting at first, but then after just a few weeks, it starts feeling completely normal again. So your brain starts wanting something better again, and this cycle honestly never ends. The nicer apartment feels incredible for maybe 2 months, and then it's just your apartment, nothing special anymore. The better car feels like a dream for about a month, and then it's just how you get to work every single day. Your brain adapts to every single upgrade, every single time, without exception. This is exactly why people who make $200,000 a year sometimes feel just as financially stressed as people making $60,000. The income went up, the lifestyle kept perfect pace with it, and the savings rate stayed exactly the same, 0. Now, here's where things get really interesting, because lifestyle inflation isn't just about spending more money, it's actually about what you never build while all that spending is happening around you. Let me show you exactly what I mean with real numbers. Sarah gets $500 more a month and spends every single dollar of it, every month, for 10 straight years. At the end of those 10 years, she has a nicer lifestyle, sure, but her actual net worth hasn't moved a single dollar from where she started. Now let's look at Alex, who gets the exact same $500 raise at the same job at the same company on the very same day. But Alex makes one different decision. He keeps his lifestyle exactly as it was before the raise, and he invests that entire $500 every single month into a simple S&P 500 index fund. At a historical average return of around 10% per year, after 10 years, Alex has approximately $102,000 sitting in his investment account. Same raise, same amount, same 10 years. Sarah has a nicer apartment and a bigger phone bill, and Alex has $102,000. That is the real cost of lifestyle inflation. Not what you spend, but what you never build while all that spending is. Now, here's something that almost nobody ever talks about and makes the raise track even worse: taxes. When your income goes up, you might move into a higher tax bracket, which means a bigger percentage of your raise goes straight to the government before you ever see it. Let's say Sarah and Alex both get that $500 raise. After federal and state taxes, they might actually only take home somewhere between $320 and $350, not the full $500. So the raise that felt like $500 is actually only $350 landing in your pocket. And if they're not careful, lifestyle inflation absorbs every dollar of that $350 just as fast. This doesn't mean raises are bad, it just means you have to be intentional about what you do with them, because the government already takes their cut and lifestyle inflation is waiting to take the rest. Now, here's the part I really want you to hear, because this is where most finance advice gets it completely wrong. Most people will tell you to cut everything, stop eating out, cancel every single subscription, never enjoy your money at all. And people try that for maybe 2 weeks, feel completely miserable, and give up on the whole thing entirely. That's not realistic, and honestly, it's not what I'm going to tell you to do. Here's what actually works long-term: something called the 50% rule. Every single time you get a raise, you take 50% of the after-tax increase and invest it immediately, before you touch it, before you spend it, before lifestyle inflation even has a chance to find it. The other 50%, spend it however you want, on better food, nicer clothes, a weekend trip, whatever actually makes you happy. Enjoy it, you genuinely earned it, but the first 50% goes to work for you instead. Let's run the actual numbers on Alex using this rule. He gets a $500 raise. After taxes, around $350 lands in his pocket. He invests $175 automatically and spends the other $175 on whatever he wants. After 10 years of doing this consistently, Alex has around $45,000 invested. Not the full $102,000 from the all-in version, but $45,000 more than Sarah, plus a slightly better lifestyle that actually feels real because he spent some of it. That's the real balance, and that's what genuinely works long-term. Now, let's talk about the system that actually makes all of this happen automatically, because the biggest reason people fail at this isn't motivation or knowledge, it's that they rely entirely on willpower, which always runs out eventually. They tell themselves they'll invest the money after they get paid, but by the time payday comes, the money's already mentally spent. The rent is due, the grocery bill is there, the weekend plans are already made, and the investment never happens. Alex doesn't use willpower at all. He uses automation instead. The very day his new paycheck amount takes effect, before spending a single dollar anywhere else, he logs into his brokerage account and increases his automatic monthly transfer by exactly 50% of his raise amount. The money moves completely on its own every single month before he ever sees it sitting in his checking account, before lifestyle inflation can even find it. This is called paying yourself first, and it is genuinely the single most powerful wealth-building habit that exists, not because it's complicated, but because it completely removes the decision from the equation. You don't have to choose every month whether to invest or spend. You set it up once, and it runs on its own forever. Here's the hard truth I want to leave you with before we wrap up. Your income is going to go up several more times throughout your life, and every single raise you ever receive is actually a choice. You just might not realize you're making it. You can let lifestyle inflation quietly absorb every raise you get and arrive at 60 genuinely wondering where all that money went. Or you can use the 50% rule every single time and arrive at 60 with real options that most people around you simply will never have. Same career, same raises, same exact opportunities, completely different outcomes, and the only real difference is what you did with the extra money before lifestyle inflation could touch it. Sarah and Alex started at the exact same place, same job, same raise, same city, same opportunities in every way. 10 years later, Sarah has a nicer apartment, a better phone, and a gym membership she barely uses anymore. Alex has all of that, just a slightly smaller version, and $45,000 growing quietly in the background every single month, completely on its own. The raise trap isn't really about how much you earn, it's about what you decide the exact moment you start earning more. Now you know. What you do next is entirely up to you. Subscribe if you want more videos like this. See you next time.